As historical author Anthony Brandt has said, other things may change us, but we start and end with family. I've been picking the Commonwealth for 20 years, searching high and low at yard, estate sales, antique malls, thrift stores, junk shops, garages, and sometimes even barns for treasures I can pass on to new homes through eBay. But now as I watch my little ones growing up before my eyes, I find that my real treasures are right here with me every day. So join us as we pick, flip, and resell on our 2 eBay stores and in our 2 antique booths. Little crisis here in the eBay cave, and good morning and welcome to the eBay cave in Commonwealth Picker. We have a great day today. We're just up early doing some shipping, getting some stuff out. Have a busy day in front of us, and me and Sophie decided we'd get up early back there, huh, So? That's right. You want to say hi to the camera? Say hi to the camera? Say hi. Oop, you gonna kiss me? Alright. Just say hi and subscribe below. Subscribe below. Ooh, you want to go back to bed, huh? Alright. Here, you want a treat? You can have a treat. There. Alright, I want to talk about Goodwill a little bit today while we ship these things out. We have $188.80 worth of orders going out. Decent. Not one of my best days here lately, but still good enough to make some money and get out there and keep looking for some more stuff and get to listed. I have a lot of stuff needs listed, and we're going to do that today, hopefully. Little crisis here in the eBay cave in Commonwealth Picker. Goodwill has raised its prices from $3.79 for a shirt to $3.99. I don't think we're going to be able to weather that storm, so we might just have to close the shop here and move on. So, no, it is it's a disappointment whenever Goodwill raises prices, but we're going to talk about that when we look at what sold today, and maybe even when we look at a couple of shirts that sold that I got from the Goodwill a long time ago. Look, it's 20 cents a shirt. It's not going to kill me, but you'd like to see your Goodwill be better than Goodwills around the country, and I think ours still is significantly better for sure. So let's look at what sold today, just one by one, tell you what it sold for. I've already shipped, I think, 4 things off. Some of the bigger items or some of the boring items I'll get done before we go here. First one, and I don't know if you've seen this video yet, probably not. Although, no, it's probably not going to come out till after this one. You'll see a video where we went out yard sailing and got a bag full of Lightning McQueen cars, Pixar die cast. I think there's about 30 items for $5. Well, this one right here in not terrific condition sold for $9.91 free shipping. So if just calculate that out for a second, I'm gonna say it's about a $5 profit, give and take a little bit. It's about a $5 profit. So this one die cast is going to sell, go a little close up there. This one die cast is going to sell for enough money to pay for that bag full of 30 die casts. And we're going to sell a bunch of them in the store. Have a little kids area for the homeschool hustlers, you know, for kids to come in and take a look and buy some stuff. But we're going to sell these guys right here. I don't know if you can see these. We're going to sell these guys on eBay. And probably with this one and these right here, we'll make about a $20 profit on that whole bag, and then the rest we'll sell in the store, and probably make another $40 is my guess. Maybe a little bit more, maybe closer to $50. So it should be a pretty good buy in the end on these little die casts. Don't overlook them. Most of the time, people will throw a bunch of kids' toys in an area as they get older, and you got to sift through. I had to sift through to pull out the good ones. And the lady's like, quarter for anything in there. Started pulling them out, and I showed her the bag, and she's like, my husband's gonna kill me. We're getting rid of all those die casts so cheap, but she did it, so I'm pretty happy. So, anyway, and Turner got a few toys he wanted to play with as well, so to add to his monstrous collection of die casts that I'm sure he'll get rid of someday. maybe he'll sell it on the Homeschool Hustlers store, which, by the way, reminds me that they have made their second sale. I think maybe you saw that yesterday. So I don't know if it's a viewer or not. I don't think it was, but if it was, thank you out there to get them started in buying in that store and get them some positive feedbacks. They only have 8 items up. I haven't been able to list too much on there yet. Haven't sat down and taught Reagan how to list yet, but we're going to do that over the coming months and year. All right, let's see. Next item up is a Callaway Big Bertha left-handed, old school, probably 1990s club, and it's a 5-iron. Decided to sell these off by club instead of set because I think it was missing a 4-iron. I bought these 2 years ago on the way down to visit my brother in North Carolina when he was in North Carolina doing some work. And we bought these, and I put them in the back of a shed, and I totally forgot about them until I had my oldest boy cleaning out the shed, and he saw these. So we had them, we got them out there and got them listed. And this one sold for $15 plus shipping. I paid $5 for the whole set. So this is a 5-iron, which is not a club that people often lose because they're usually by a cart when they have this. So the pitching wedges are going to be a little bit more often lost, so people will buy those more often. Sometimes 9-irons or 7-irons if people chip with 7-irons, but I decided to sell them off. It might be long tail, but in the end we'll make over $100 on that set with a little bit extra work for doing each one independently. So part-time picker says he's not doing single clubs anymore unless there's good money in it. So all right, let's see what else we got. Oh, my TV just went off. I was watching a little rideshare reseller this morning on there. So next item up is a Godzilla versus Mothra VHS. I think I got it in a free box or got it as a throw-in. This is about a $2.50 profit. Not really worth the time, but it is sold for $6.81, maybe a little bit more, $3 profit. So three and a quarter, something like that. So that's off. So VHS still sells. It just doesn't sell for much apparently. All right. Next item is this interesting, and I put this out there on auction because I couldn't quite find a comp for it. This decal I got out of that huge decal lot, and that decal lot was $5 for the whole box, and I estimate there's 1,000 pieces in it. Most of them are duplicates, and we're going to sell most of them in the store. But this one right here is going to pay for the other 999 decals. It sold for $8, free shipping, easy shipper. It's a good $4 profit on that one right there, $4.50 or so, and basically takes care of the entire lot. And I have a second one, and that one was an auction. I just wanted to see if there could be some interest in it, and somebody bid on it. So I'm going to put the next one out there for like $12 or $13 and see what happens over time. If not, we'll drop it down and sell it that way. So, all right. Next item up on the list is a Hillcat baseball hat. It's brand new. It was a stadium giveaway. It's a Goodwill buy for $1. So $1.05 after taxes. Never been worn. Sold for $10. It's about $10. So you're looking at $3, $5. It's about a $4.50 to $5 profit, but there were multiples, and that's why I got it. So I've got like 5 of these. So it's one list. In the end, it's $25, and I got to put them in a box and slap a label on it for $25. So most people, it's not worth their time. But if I get multiples and can make $4.50, $5 on multiples and only have to list it once, to me, that's worth it. All right, next one up is, speaking of, this is another about a $5.30. I calculated this one out. $5.30 profit on this item. It was a big lot buy, and they were $6 originally. They sold for $12.95 free shipping, and it's really, really light, so it'll stay under 4 ounces. I got these 75% off, so $1.50, and they sold for $12.95. So it is going to be a pretty good profit because I bought like 50 of these. And I've already sold some not around Christmas, so I think closer we get to Christmas, they should be selling a little bit easier. So, who knows? If you have 50 of these things, it's a $250 profit with one listing. Yeah, you gotta ship a bunch over and over, but you know, I have the right size box for these, and we'll just get them shipped, and it's really, really easy, especially with that Rollo printer. So, all right, next item up is the Hedon Lucky 13. Hedon Lucky 13. There was a video, if you go back, and I'm holding this one up in the video, you can find it. And I bought a whole ton of lures for $5, and I've already well into the profit. Sold one, I think, for 80. And I still have some left, and some generic ones that we're gonna put in the booth in a bag and sell them off that way. So this one, that light's killing us again here. This one right here, I've got the wrong side. Can't see that anyways. The Lucky 13 is going to, see if we can get a little better view of it, is going to go, and it sold for $29.95 plus shipping on this, so that's a nice total profit at this point of about $27, $28, and maybe a little less, $26 after fees and whatnot. So Zippo lighters, I bought these $1 a piece for these two, and they're brand new. They sold at a yard sale not too long ago. They sold for $19.95 plus shipping. So this should be a nice little $15 profit on the Zippos. Zippos are good. Some are better than others. Obviously, the old stuff with the advertising on it is going to sell the best, and depends on what the advertising is on it. All right. Some other items. Bottoms up. This was a death pile giveaway. Thanks, Brandon. Didn't make much money on it, but we did sell it. I don't quite get this, y'all. Look, so it's bottoms up. It's a wine glass, and it's a pregnancy. This lady, I can't remember what this one is called. It's called, well, I saw it somewhere. Oh, here it is, Baby Bump. Baby Bump. I didn't think you're supposed to be drinking when you had a baby bump, but whatever. Somebody made this, and it's brand new, and it's going out, and it sold for $8.95 plus shipping. So it's, you know, it's about a $6, $7 profit on that. Wasn't worth Brandon's time. Thanks, Brandon. It's worth my time. I guess my time's less valuable than yours. You got a lot of little ones running around, so that's probably the case. All right. Then we have these shirts right here. So let's talk a little bit about Goodwill. Let's talk a little bit. I've got some other items, but this is where we'll end today. There's this one right here, this t-shirt, and I sold this one in a lot, so let's pull this one through. That t-shirt is new, but it doesn't have a tag on it. This one does have a tag on it. Star Wars. Okay, nothing special, just a generic Star Wars t-shirt. And they're the same size. I bought them at Goodwill. And they sold for $17 free shipping. So this, I've had these items for a long time. This was back when the Goodwills around here would sell t-shirts for $1. All t-shirts were $1. Short sleeve t-shirts were $1. And that was great. I would find tons of stuff and resell it. I mean, they would have Nike dry fits in there, you know, t-shirts for $1, and I would make a ton of money. Well, that changed, and they started putting them in with the rest of the shirts. They had a dollar bin for t-shirts, for kind of generic t-shirts, and they still have that dollar bin. They haven't changed it, and I still find good stuff in there. Find Liberty t-shirts, things like that. Sometimes some Majestic shirts that I can flip. Sometimes some vintage shirts that you can make a little bit of money on. I think that Senior Frogs one that we sold the other day was a dollar bin shirt. So Goodwill had every t-shirt for that, and then they shifted to that, and they had all the regular polos were $3.50. I could make good money. I mean, I made money on just regular Ralph Lauren polo shirts. They would have, you know, items like this for $3.50. This little vest, this Jordan vest for $3.50. Everything was $3.50. Button downs didn't matter. And then they changed. You know, so you get a polo like this, Nike dry fit, $3.50. Then they changed to $3.79. And $3.79 was, you know, I mean, obviously it's 29 cents more. And I'm watching these shows on YouTube, and I'm like, you know, watching Rally Roots or whatever, and every single thing is individually priced. And so I'm sitting here complaining about 29-cent bump when people are paying, you know, $8, $9 for shirts that I'm paying $3.79 for. So I still think, even though they bumped it again to $3.99, that I am way better off here than you guys are out around some other places around the country. Now, we don't have the bins here. There's some other things that kind of are detractors for our Goodwills. There's not all the brands that I hear of in some of these places in Florida and whatever. We just don't see those brands up here. Not extremely high income stuff, so I don't see a lot of the high end brands. But the prices are good, so when those high end brands do come through, the Goodwill doesn't know what they got anyways. Some of the Goodwills around town are pricing their stuff individually for a few things. They have one rack where they go through and price things individually, and you know, it's a little high for me most of the time. Sometimes I still find a thing on that, but it's still not prevalent, and I sure hope they don't. I would imagine that they would do better off. And you tell me what your Goodwill does. You can complain about them. You can tell me how great they are. You tell me what your Goodwill does and where you're located in the comments below. I'd be curious to know if you can thrift at all. I've heard from some of you saying it's just not even worth it to go in. North Carolina is like that a lot of times. I've been up to where RVA Flips is up there in Richmond, and their Goodwills aren't great either. On some of the prices, but man, there's tons of stuff and some of the prices are great. It really depends on which Goodwill you go to. And I think that's true around here as well. Which Goodwill? There's a Goodwill close to us that's really good. Doesn't have a whole lot of stuff, but the prices are good. And who's working in there makes a difference too. So they upped the prices on slacks to $4.99. Jeans are still $4.99, so I'm pretty happy about that. I don't do many jeans anymore, but I find that the Goodwills that are in smaller areas don't have as much merchandise, but the prices and the finds can be really good. So you tell me about your Goodwill out there, and I'm curious to find that out. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe below.